Joining me now is First Ward Councilwoman Theresa Castellano. Thank you for joining me on Hudson News Edition.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present my candidacy to you.
Tell me a bit about yourself and why you want to run for office.
I personally, I have a business here since 1969, 38 years, City Discount. I own some buildings, I manage them. I am the mother of two boys. I'm married to a Hoboken police detective. This is my 12th year. I've been elected 3 times. I'm vying for my 4th term. There's just so much that I've done that needs to be done. These kind of seats give you the opportunity to be a virtual, intricate part of the community and to do what you need, what you think as a citizen needs to be done. As far as, we do everything from potholes to, budgets, and we get the greatest pleasure out of, advocating for constituents.
How do you balance your ward's development with the preservation of historic buildings and sites?
Well, it's a very fine line, and we've managed to do that, and I think in a very specific way. Development, to me, my goal, and what I've done is supporting very strongly the neighborhood groups that have sprung up over the years, and I advocate for neighborhood involvement. I think the people who live in the area should have to say what happens in that area. Historic preservation, that's the easy part. And there's so much restoration and preservation going on all around the city, even out of the district. I think in the district we have had an example of what you can do. You see cornices going up all over town. You see buildings, the paint being removed, and they're not in the district. And I think that we have developed a flavor that, has carried out through the city. And I'm very proud of the work that we've done so far.
What other issues do you consider to be important in your ward?
Specifically to my ward, every ward has their flavor. The first ward, we have enforcement problems, which is throughout the city. With the biggest complaint I'm getting recently is dog poop, which every council person is getting, and that comes down to enforcement. I have the most bars in my ward, and that was always the case. We're talking about noise complaints. We're talking about the decibel level of noises. A lot of these bars were neighborhood bars who have now become dance clubs. So we're talking about putting the decibel level to a certain acceptable level and leaving it at that. In other words, if they have live DJs, they can't come in with all of their equipment. We're talking about with the ABC, we're working on different circumstances. So basically, that's really what, the most complaints that I get, and I can only gear it by the most complaints that I get. And it's enforcement of the sanitary laws and the noise.
Councilwoman Castellano, thank you for joining us on Hudson News Edition.
And I